What's up, guys? If you are into music reaction channels that are honest, raw, and authentic, look no further. You found your destination. It is the Tazzz and Philly Show. Welcome to our journey.
And make sure that you subscribe below and enjoy the show.
What is good, you sexy son of a guns? It's Philly. That's Tazzz. It's the Tazzz and Philly Show, and we are back with another reaction video. What's up, everyone? It is Philly and Tazzz, and we are back with another reaction video. Doing something a little different tonight, a little fun wrinkle. We're going to do a sing-off versus, basically, it's a Nightwish kind of competition. It's the same song, but one sung by Floor and the other sung by Tarja. And we're going to vote on who we feel, I guess, sounds better. Now, Tazzz is obviously skewed. He's a Floor lover, and Lord only knows if he has to actually give an honest reaction that thinks that Tarja's the better one, man, that might hurt his soul. So I actually am rooting for that. I hope that he likes that better. It'll be fun to watch him sweat. But we'll see what happens. The song that we're going to be listening to back to back is "Slaying the Dreamer." Which one are we doing first? Whose version is it again first?
It's fair to do Tarja first because she was first in the group.
Tarja. I apologize. I pronounced that wrong, didn't I?
I might be wrong too because I think the J's sound like Y's.
Right.
So.
Yeah, my apology for that. We've only done majority of Floor stuff, but we recognize that Nightwish has a gigantic catalog and it goes well beyond Floor. So this will be fun. Obviously the Nightwish fans that are in here, hope you guys know that this is going to be fun for us and hope that you enjoy it as well. So it'll be cool to see this. But yeah, anybody down below, please in the comments, let us know what your thoughts are. What do you like better? Any particular reasons why you like one better over the other? Because I'm sure there'll be differences of opinions across the board. But with that being said, Tazzz, go ahead, give your thoughts, and then we can get on into it.
Yeah, I'm glad Philly said what he had said. First of all, we keep it real and authentic. Yes, I love Floor, but that's the only singer I've heard this whole time with Nightwish. It wasn't until I heard Tarja for the first time on the last reaction. So I'm going to be honest. This is just for fun. Let me clarify this because I saw some of you in the comments taking this all seriously. It's not that deep. Tazzz and Philly are not a recording company. We're not handing out contracts. It's just for fun, something different to add to the channel. So I will be honest, who to me sounds better on this song. Just my opinion. But I'm not going to automatically pick Floor because I love her. Because then what would be the point of even having this daggone thing? But in any event, plus the last song I heard from Tarja that I reacted to, I gave it a thumbs up. She has a very amazing voice. But this is going to be fun hearing both of them sing the same song. That makes it fair. And Philly nor I never heard of this song before, so it's going to be fresh. Excuse me. So let me just clarify. This is just for fun. Say in the comments who you like better. This is just this one song. It's not that deep. Thank you. So the one I want to thank, because the person who I chose for this song is, where did I write it? Oh, Sleepwalk, and they spell it with 3 E's. So Sleepwalk, you recommended Slaying the Dreamer, and you told me the version of the concert for Tarja and the version of the concert for Floor. So I picked both venues based on what Sleepwalk told me in the comments, just so you know. So no, anybody's come in the comments saying, oh, you should have picked this venue or you should have picked that venue. Just stop. So anyway, without further ado, pretty excited. So we're going to play through the entire song of Tarja first and then the entire song of Floor. We will break in between and we'll first say what we feel about Tarja, then we'll say what we feel about Floor, and then we'll do our voting process that we normally do. So without further ado, because this is going to be a longer recording, here starts Tarja.
because this one's called Slaying the Dreamer!
Oh, change up. Okay. So that was excuse me. That was Tarja singing the version first. it was cool seeing Marco and hearing Marco, I should say, because I just love his voice. I didn't know if he was going to sing in it or not like that. She has a really beautiful voice. That one sounded very operatic. Now, I've said before, the old school opera, I guess you call it, old school opera, I'm not a fan of. Like if it's, the opera house and like everything's opera. The music's opera, the whole entire thing's in it. But I'm noticing that I like it if it's like mixed with something that's not all opera. So like with the symphonic metal hardcore isms of the band, and then you have Marco doing his growly voice in there, and then her voice, is the touches of operatic tone. It's very pleasing to the ear. So I do love her tone, and I love how it's all mixed in there. It's not just full on opera. The song itself had like a dark beauty to it. It was dark in the sense that it's like symphonic metal, which I love. Well, that's the beauty part, actually. I'm sorry. The dark part is like some of the references, it's like, floating on a raft. She had said like in a sea of like sorrow and greed, which isn't a nice joyful thing. And like she said, like stick a stake in my heart. Like I don't. So it sounds very dark. It sounds like it's about, like the greed of, I guess, representing like the world of us, which isn't good. I mean, and it hasn't gotten any better. I think this particular song was like in 2002 when she did it. I think it had said it's now 2023, and that's shit is still going on in the world. Greed is not a good thing. That's what I got on it. I'm gonna have to listen to it again, like off camera, because we listened to it one run basically without stopping because we don't like stopping. But that's like the dark beauty to it. But yeah, as far as her voice goes, I really, really like it, and I like the way it's blended. What do you say, Philly?
Yeah, I felt it had like a dark connotation to it also. I also feel like her voice is maybe a little deeper than Floor's, and when I don't know, she gets up high as well, and that's what when I said that they resemble each other to some degree. I don't mean they really sound alike, but they have the ability, both of them, to kind of move their octaves around and change from a rock and roll to opera sound. They both do that very well. But I just feel like her normal singing voice to me, meaning Tarja, seems to be maybe on the deeper end, and that by deeper end I don't mean like deep, just a little different sort of I guess octave from what Floor has. But at the same time, I mean, they're both beautiful in their own right. And I like the song. I like the way it changed kind of speeds and kind of directions a couple different times, and Marco getting in there and doing his thing. That definitely was a neat change of pace. But you can see kind of how the earlier parts of Nightwish and how they grew it, and how the sound is kind of what it is today, and how the influences is kind of runs deep in this song. I mean, the symphonic part, the opera part. So, I mean, the song overall I liked. I thought she did a great job with it. And, I don't know. I haven't heard Floor do this yet, so I don't know who I'm going to necessarily like better. But I would say that Floor's going to have to at least do a pretty damn solid job with it to say that she's the overall, winner. So we'll see. But, I mean, I thought she did a great job. I thought the song was good. I thought it was a nice ride. Made you, stick with it and want to kind of anticipate how it was going to go. But definitely thought it had a dark sort of nature to it as well. But a very, very, very cool sound.
Yeah, I concur. So, all right, so let's hear how Floor sounds. This is pretty cool. I'm glad that we thought of this because we've never heard a song back-to-back of the same song. So here we go. This is Floor. Oh. All right.
I knew
Here comes the change up, I think.
Muchas gracias!
Wow, wow, wow. Oh my God, that was so cool to see them back-to-back songs. This is the first time we did that. And what a difference. Like, you can tell the distinct difference, at least I could, between Floor's rendition and Tarja's rendition. All right, not to sound corny, but like to me, like Tarja sounded like she was like angelic, like she was overseeing what she was seeing on Earth or whatever, like maybe because of her operatic sound, like she was angelic. And then Floor to me felt like the protagonist on Earth who's literally down here experiencing it, like she's going through and she's seeing the greed and the despair and mankind and how they are and stuff. And she had a little more different. I'm not a musician, so I might say the words wrong. She had like a little different change ups in her vocals. Like she had some of that like operatic at the end, like the but then she had like some parts where she got a little deep and a little grimy a little bit for a moment there, if you will. So I saw a little bit. I heard a little different layers in her voice. She also did, and I don't know, tell us in the comments if this is her thing personally, or like did Nightwish all decide to do that later on in the years. I just love when she does her hair flick and stuff, and she spins her head around. Like that's part of the entertainment value, because, you know, some people sing only, and some people sing and then they're animated and stuff. So I love when Floor always does that. And she did that on this particular song. So that has to stand out to me, because I didn't see Tarja do it. Again, I'm just comparing this particular song, what I see in here. So I just have to say, and don't assume, don't assume my answer because you know how I feel about Floor. We're always fair and honest. I love both of their voices. This is real and this is fact. Both of them sound so amazing in their own right. And I know that these songs were sang several years apart. I don't know if it was 2002 versus 2008, whatever. But Floor's version, I resonated better with, because, I mean, I don't know if it was just the fact that the hair flick, like I said, the different changes in her voice, something about that all combined made me like that performance a little better. And then when she actually sang with Marco, and it sounded for a moment like a little rap. It sounded like they were getting all like hip hop-ish for a moment there with Marco and Floor going at it, versus I didn't hear that with Marco and Tarja. I think Marco just said his part solo, if I'm remembering correctly. Again, we only hear it once, no pausing. So yeah, overall, I love both, but I'm going to have to say, like, Floor is leaning more towards me. What do you say, Philly?
Yeah, I would probably agree with that. I mean, I like them both as well, and I haven't heard a lot from Tarja before, so I have very little to go on. But the stuff that I have heard, I tend to lean towards Floor's versions a little better. I do think they both have really nice voices, but Floor might have a slightly, I don't know, maybe higher or better range in my opinion. I have to believe that Floor probably has heard Tarja's version before, and maybe she kind of just wants to make it more of her own a little bit, just change it a little bit, not really, but to where it changes the song, but just make it more of hers instead of trying to copy what was done prior. So I thought both versions were good. I would lean more towards Floor's for sure. I think overall she, in my opinion, seems to have the slightly better voice, but it takes nothing away from what I heard from Tarja as well. So I'm a fan of the song either way, but if I had to choose one over the other, I would lean towards Floor, I would believe.
Right, there you go. And that's just this song, because, Philly just made a point. Like, neither one of us have heard a lot of Tarja songs. This is only my second, and I think this is Philly's first. So, yeah, basing it just on this song, because I'm sure that there are other songs that Tarja may not sing it the same way. But on this song that we're comparing, Floor stood out more to me. Just an opinion, again, just an opinion. No shade towards Tarja at all. I swear to you. You just have to believe me because we keep it real. But so it seems Philly and I both agree. So let us know in the comments what you see, what you think, and so forth. I hope you enjoy this. We thought we'd just try something different and have like a face-off, because everybody in the comments was saying, oh, I like Tarja better. Oh, I like Floor better. So I was like, well, let's just do like a nice, innocent little battle royale. But anyway, thank you so much. So close us out, Philly.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys so much for being here. I apologize as I get a little water action. But so this is basically I guess we're going to rate it. Right now we didn't really kind of rate it already. So we're not rating anything.
Yeah.
We're moving on. All right, so there's no rating. This is not ass or pass. I mean, it was pass for both of us.
Yeah.
And with a slight lean to Floor for me. But that being said, this was fun, a little different. There's probably plenty of other songs where we can kind of do this, kind of thing again, where we, take two artists that maybe sung the song and kind of compare. But let us know down below if there's any other suggestions you have, or any other bands that you can think of, or maybe we could do something like this. I think that'd be fun to hear some suggestions from all the fans in the comments section. But until next time, we will have some more content dropping soon. We appreciate you guys so much for being here. I am Philly, and that is Tazzz, and we are the Tazzz and Philly Show. So until next time, we'll see you soon. Have a great night. Peace.
Take it easy and keep it breezy.